All right, so in this video, I share my take on whether you should go ahead and pick up the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite now, or whether you should just go ahead and wait for the upcoming Galaxy Tab S7 Lite. Let's jump into it. Welcome back to the channel, to another video. As you may know, I love making videos like this one that are solely inspired by your many questions or your many comments. And in this video, I'm addressing a question that I've gotten a lot regarding the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, and also a question that I get a lot on my other videos. And it's generally, should I get this tablet now, or should I get this phone now? Or should I just wait for the next one that's coming up in a few months or next year and so forth? So it's not really just specific to the Tab S6 Lite, but to many other devices. And my answer is that just like many other major decisions that you have to make, it will depend on a number of variables, right? There are variables that you need to consider before making a decision like this one. So because choosing between these two tablets depends, why don't we just briefly cover both tablets? Now, keep in mind two things. The first one is that we still have limited information on the Galaxy Tab S7 Lite. The second thing is that it's going to be a much more improved tablet with, possibly new features not available on the current Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. So let's talk about both and go over whether you should grab either one, starting with the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. This is a true mid-range tablet. It has a nice blend of premium to it. Now, I'm not calling it a premium tablet. It's just a very well-built tablet, and it has that modern look to it. It offers a 10.4 TFT display with a resolution of 1200 by 2000. It has a uniform bezel style around the face of the tablet there. You get a USB Type-C port here, you get a headphone jack, of course, and you get a micro SD card slot, for storage expansion. So you have the ability to push that storage using micro SD card. You also get these speakers tuned by AKG. Oh, by the way, if this is your first time visiting, well, welcome to the channel, of course. If you do like the content so far, I very much appreciate that. Now, please do me a huge favor. Hit both the like and the subscribe button there. It's a huge boost to this channel here, and again, I truly appreciate that. Now, back to the specs here. It's loaded with 4 gigs of RAM and a Samsung Exynos 9611. So not necessarily a productivity tablet, but it definitely offers a decent computational value for your everyday tasks and some light to moderate level of productivity or level of work, which leads me to the fact that Android 11 is now available on the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite here. And of course, on top of that, you can now update to One UI, to the newest version of One UI, One UI 3.1, which then in turn makes this tablet compatible with Samsung DeX. And if you don't know what that is, please make sure to check out my other videos on Samsung DeX. I've talked about it a number of times, and most recently I've talked about it on the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite here. So as I mentioned, some light to moderate productivity level. You could comfortably transition to a higher level of productivity setup on this tablet now. And you can do so by simply activating Samsung DeX on your Tab S6 Lite and hooking it up with some Bluetooth accessories. And finally, of course, there is the Samsung S Pen support, which comes with some very nice features on this tablet. With that being said, let's go ahead and cover the Galaxy Tab S7 Lite. And for just, I guess, illustration purposes, I'm going to use the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. And you know why in just one moment. Now, since this is something where you need to make a decision right now, you have to keep in mind that the Galaxy Tab S7 Lite, which is represented here by the S7 Plus, the Tab S7 Lite won't be released until sometime June. So as of today, the 26th of March, it's not out just yet. Meaning if you need to make a purchasing decision between these two right now because you need it right now, then your only choice is going to be the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. But anyways, let's see what the Tab S7 Lite is going to be offering here. And the first thing we're going to notice is going to be the size, right? Even though there's some limited information about a potential for two sizes, one thing is for sure. The large size is for sure coming out. That 12.4 inches like this is going to be coming out. So if you were thinking about scratching the Tab S6 Lite and waiting for the Tab S7 Lite, this is, you'll be looking for something this big. And as far as the specs goes, at least according to the ones that showed up on Geekbench, it is likely to have 4 gigs of RAM, so it pretty much matches what the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite has. But you need to keep in mind that this might just be one variation of the Tab S7 Lite storage configuration that will be made available at the time. So who knows, maybe there's going to be another size available to choose between the 12.4 and a smaller size like the Tab S6 Lite that I just showed here. Many leaks are continuing to show a mid-range chipset with a Snapdragon 750G and a possible LTPS LCD front panel. So a potentially large 12.4-inch LCD screen that will remind you a lot of the regular Tab S7 in terms of the quality of the display. It is going to be preloaded with Android 11, and you're also going to have One UI 3.1 sitting on that, which also tells us that you are going to have Samsung DeX out of the box in this tablet. Well, not this one, the Tab S7 Lite, when it comes out. Now, besides all of the stuff that have been leaked, my hope is that they also do add new features to this tablet. But more importantly, to keep the stuff that we are currently, taking for granted, right? So things like the micro SD card slot. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Samsung is starting this new thing where we are seeing, kind of like the new wave of Samsung phones coming out without the ability to expand that storage. So I'm hoping they don't transfer that over to tablets, and I'm also hoping they keep the, the headphone jack like we have here on the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite here. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the new Galaxy Tab S7 Lite is likely to be a little bit more expensive than the regular Tab S6 Lite that you have now. So if you don't want to drop, or you're not ready to drop however much money they ask for on the Galaxy Tab S7, then that's going to be another reason for you to just grab the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite now and call it a day. Another scenario you can follow here is simply get the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite now, then when the Tab S7 Lite comes out, if you realize that you like the Tab S7 Lite, then you could go ahead and trade that in for it. Hopefully, they have a trade-in available for the Tab S6 Lite, because sometimes Samsung puts restrictions on some of the stuff that you can trade in, right? So hopefully, they still open the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite as something that you can trade in to get the Galaxy Tab S7 Lite. So you can follow the couple of scenarios that I highlighted there. Otherwise, if you can wait for the Tab S7 Lite to come out, then just wait for it. So if you don't need a tablet right now, then just wait for the Tab S7 to come out. It's just a few months away, like what, 3 months away? So just wait for the Tab S7 Lite to come out. You're looking at a much more improved tablet. It's going to come out with a lot more features. One thing that I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping to add here, is going to be the fingerprint sensor. The Tab S6 Lite does not have a fingerprint sensor. I'm hoping they're able to add that somewhere on the Tab S7 Lite. The other thing to consider here is that even though that chipset that's going to be loaded in the Tab S7 Lite is disappointing for some people, it's still a mid-range chipset, right? So you are likely to see better performance, more better productivity work on that tablet compared to the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite here. And finally, of course, because it's coming out this year, that means you have 3 years starting in June, of software support from Samsung. And many people like to know that, their tablet or their device is going to be supported for a long time. But anyways, that was just my take. I would love to hear your take on this, so please join me in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know what your situation is, if you are waiting or if you'd rather just pick up the Tab S6 Lite now. I'm going to join you in that comment section, and if you haven't done so already, please, again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so, make sure to share the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to catch you in the comment section, and I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And up until then, of course, as always, stay safe out there.